Hello my friend, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Ishe. If this is your first time to see this beautiful face, please do not make it your last by clicking the subscribe button. On this channel, I help you on your journey of intentionally becoming her. So if you want to level up, rebrand, glow up, become your best self, this is definitely the place to be. So go ahead and click the subscribe button to join the friend squad. If you're a returning friend, I love you so much. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming back for yet another video. We're about to enter the last 6 months of the year, and what happened in the first 6 months of the year can really affect your progress in the last 6 months of the year, especially if you put in a lot of work, if you put in a lot of effort, if you really did do everything that you said you were going to do, and you just don't see the progress just isn't matching the effort that you put in. That can really affect your desire or even your motivation to keep on going. So in this video, we're going to be unpacking 7 strategies that you can use to make sure that you keep on going even when progress is slow. This is very important because in the next 6 months, progress isn't going to be linear. There are times where you're going to feel like you're not moving at the rate that you're supposed to move at, and that can really affect you. But we want to make sure that even when that happens, you keep on going nonetheless. So let's just get into it. Number 1, reconnect with your why. It's very important when progress gets low for you to remember why you started in the first place. You know, amidst all the ups and downs, amidst all the slow progress or the lack thereof, right? It may be very difficult for you to desire to even keep on going because it just doesn't seem worth it. But the moment that you remind yourself why you started, please ignore my dogs. When you remind yourself of why you started and why it was very important for you to start in the first place, it helps you to keep on pushing yourself regardless of how you feel currently. The second thing that you can do to keep moving when progress is slow is to break the goals into smaller targets. I apologize for the noise, my friend. They're birds, my cat is meowing, and my dogs are barking. I cannot control all those 3. I really don't try. Sometimes you may find that you may be doing everything in your control, but there are external factors that are stopping you from seeing the progress that you want to see. For example, you may be on YouTube and you're posting consistently like I am, right? And the numbers just aren't adding up as you expect them to. Friend, I really don't know why my dogs are barking. There's absolutely nothing that they're barking at. I looked. Friend, I apologize if my position keeps on changing. It's because these dogs are really annoying me. Just now I had to walk out to go to where they are and have a huge talking down with them. But anyway, as I was trying to say, if you have done everything in your control, right, and you still see that progress is slow, probably this could be because of external factors, right? But now, if it is actually you who's causing the progress to be slow, this particular point is for you. So what you can do is you can then decide to break down the goal into smaller targets. That way it can be more manageable for you, because sometimes you may have set a goal that is too big for you, right? And that can make you feel very overwhelmed. And for you to get back into motion, for you to get back into the flow of doing the work, for you to keep on moving, you need to actually then break down that goal into smaller, more manageable pieces for you, right? Imagine you have a huge cake. You want to eat it, you want the cake, but you can't just swallow it whole. You need to take smaller bites. So sometimes the reason why you're not making progress and you feel like progress is slow could be because you took on what is too big, right? You just need to break it down so that you can be able to manage it better. Probably not to say change the goal, right? Just break it down, make it more manageable for you to comprehend. Make it something that is small to you, something that you feel you can tackle. For instance, you want to raise $100, and to you $100 is a lot. You may decide to then break that down to say, each day I need to raise at least $5, and for you $5 is something that you can easily manage. It's an amount that you can easily accept, right? So it's very important for you to break down goals into something that is more acceptable for you, and then you start working on those. Number 3, celebrate the small wins. I've spoken about this a lot of times on this channel. Please ignore my cat. I'm really going through the most today, okay? Please ignore my cat. They're really testing my patience, and patience is one of the virtues that are still being strengthened in me, okay? The fruits of the spirit that is being strengthened in me. But anyway, Yeah, celebrate the small wins. I've spoken about this a countless number of times on this channel, but it's very important for this, right? So if you want to keep on moving even when progress is slow, it's very important for you to celebrate the small wins. Let's say you have a child and your child has been struggling in terms of their speech, right? And you're just practicing speech therapy with them, and you've noticed that, okay, yes, by now I was really hoping that they would have been able to have at least one full sentence, right, that is comprehensive. But now, oh my goodness, my child can say banana, my child can say mama, right? Celebrate that, even if it's not something big. Celebrate every small milestone your child makes. The same way that you celebrate every small milestone your child makes is the same way that you should also celebrate every small milestone that you hit. The fourth thing that you have to do is to visualize your success. Keep your mind focused and glued on that picture of what you want to see at the end of the day. What is it that you want to see at the end of the day? Continuously picture it. Wherever you are, picture it. Have that mental picture continuously replaying in your mind. That is very important. If it is a house that you want, keep on picturing that house. Keep on seeing yourself completing building that house. Probably you've taken too long building that house, right? And you're really not seeing the progress. Continuously see the pictures of that completed house. That is very important if you want to keep on going. The more that you focus your mind on that completed house, the more that you focus your mind on that end goal that you want to hit, the more that you get excited, the more that feelings of, frustration starts to leave you. It's very important for you to always have a mental picture of what you want to see. Number 5, reflect on past achievements. So if you want to keep on going when progress is low, it's very important for you to look at that evidence that you created of how well you can actually achieve certain things. I've spoken about creating evidence in past videos. I even have a whole video on how to create evidence for the next 6 months. I urge you to go and watch that as well. But it's very important for you to now look at the evidence that you've created for you to keep on moving. So sometimes when progress is slow, what you need is to look at past achievements to remind yourself of your capacity to actually get things done. Number 6, practice patience and compassion. This is quite ironic because I just told you that patience is a fruit of the spirit, which is still being strengthened in me. But regardless, it's very important for you to be patient with yourself. So you're not always going to get things done when you want to. Sometimes, right, you may slack a bit. Sometimes you may be under the weather because of one reason or the other. Not because you're lazy, but simply because there's certain things in your life that may be contributing to you not being able to meet that particular target that you set for yourself. Be patient with yourself. Even if you did do everything that you said you're going to do and it's still not measuring up to where you thought you'd be patient with yourself. The last thing that you can do when progress feels low in order for you to keep on moving is to adjust the method. So I've said before, we never change the goal, but what we can do is to change the strategy. Do you want to get to Alarmy? Yes, you do. But if you see that Mashingo-Harare road is blocked, you don't then say, I'm going to Bridge. What you do is then decide, how am I going to get there? Yes, this particular road that I want to use is blocked. What I can do is probably pass through Gweru, go through Kadoma, long route, but I'm going to get there either way. You can then decide, okay, fine, I'm in Mashingo right now. I've heard that that particular road is blocked. What I can do is go through Mutare, right? Do you go through Mutare Road, and then go to Gutu and that way, right? So you don't change the goal. Where you want to go, you still have to get there. But what you can decide to say is, probably this particular method that I'm using isn't working. You can't keep on doing the exact same thing and expect different results. You need to pivot. You need to start thinking about what else you can do to get to where you want to go. So strategy A didn't work. How about strategy B? Probably B didn't work. How about C, D and E, E and D, whatever, right? Change the strategy, my friend. If need be, just change the strategy. Your strategy determines whether or not you achieve your goal. And for you to see that this particular strategy isn't working, you need to be monitoring your progress. And I've spoken about this in a separate video, which I'll also link down below. But bottom line, do not change the goal. Change the strategy if need be. That's it for today, my friend. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye.